Hello everyone, my name is Lilian Silva. I'm the forage specialist for Clemson University. And today I'll be talking about management practices to enhance production and sustainability forage systems, but focusing on species selection and mixtures. So we're going to be talking about annual forages here, and specifically cool season forages, just because of the timing that we're talking about this. So when we're thinking about how to select the species and mixtures, or just in general what we're going to be planting, we need to think about what are our conditions. So what's our soil fertility, soil pH, soil type, climate that we have on the area where we're at, but also we need to consider what are the animal nutrient requirements, which animal categories you're going to have on that area, and what type of nutrition on the diet that you need, but also um, what resources you have available, not just financial resources, but also equipment, implements, what's the scale of operation, whether you already have the management skills that you're going to need to use, or if you're going to need to learn more about what you do. Think about what's the nutrient management that will be required to do the the management of the area. It's definitely There'll definitely be a lot of points that you're gonna need to think about. And fertilization rate and source will also be things that we're gonna need to address, because those will be addressing the plant requirements. So usually forage variety trials are the one one of the most used resources that we have, because it will allow us to test forage species and varieties in different locations across a state or a region to assess their production and quality. But Clemson University doesn't have an official forage variety trial, although universities nearby have theirs. So UGA, UF, and Auburn also have their forage variety trials. So usually we can check the recommendations and the results that they are getting from those forage variety trials. But annually, we have been establishing demonstration plots in South Carolina, and the extension agents from the livestock and foraging, they established several plots across the region, oh, sorry, across the state. And then I've been establishing and working in a couple of locations and collecting forage biomass data from those locations. And then this year, I just released the report that we got from the previous season for small grains, triticale, and ryegrasses. So I'm adding the link for the data under here. So if you want to check the results that we got, and take that into consideration when you're going to be buying your seeds, that's definitely one of the best ways to make this decision of what you're planting at each year, and whether it's worth to try to use a different variety or not. So one of the options that we also have is to use mixtures. So when we're talking about mixtures, we're talking about combining different plant groups. And usually, most of the time will be to try to extend the growth season and distribution of the forage that we're getting to really be able to better meet the livestock uh, needs throughout that season. We usually will be looking at incorporating legumes. to improve the plant material quality and input for organic nitrogen into the system. We eventually are able to work on improving the biodiversity, not only for the microbial, but also wildlife and pollinators diversity as well. And we can also, besides being able to improve the above ground biomass, we are also going to be working on the below ground biomass that we're going to be having on those areas. So definitely we're going to be working on improving the use of resources, so nutrients, sunlight, then the water, several nutrients, but also the roots that will be left on that area will be contributing to improve the fertility and organic matter content of the areas after they are decomposed. Although we do have to make sure that we're going to be balancing those individual seeding rates when we're going to be using mixtures, so we're able to have a proper stand establishment to avoid situations where one species would take more advantage of the nutrients and light and would overcompete uh, over all other plants that are in the mixture as well. Well, as I mentioned before, I'm leaving the link for the publication with the results from the demonstration plots for small grains, rich kale, and ryegrasses here for you to check. And also, if you have any questions, please follow up with me through this email or with your local extension agent. Thank you.